country. We don't want, you thought we were going to say it and then they can come and renovate this one. We will renovate this one ourselves. We are the ones we are the people, and all power belongs to us.
So a few minutes ago, that woman who held the press and said that there is a lot of politics in this deal. What can you say about it?
Wachana na mambo ya Pasaris. Pasaris, we told Pasaris to stay in the parliament. Wacha Pasaris afanye mambo ya bunge. Mambo ya Pasaris anajua aje.
Anasafiri alikuja on transit.
Wacha tu akue on transit, but sisi ndio tuko hapa, sisi ndio tuko on ground. The figures are very clear. I will explain this as many times as I need to explain it. This place haina tofauti na railways, haina tofauti na bus station, haina tofauti na koja, haina tofauti na commercial. This is a bus station. Hii kitu unaona hapa, hii hoteli yenye wanauza biscuits at sijui 1000 ni wale wa Njugu biscuits, maji Njugu biscuits. Hii kitu unaona hapa ATM ni M-Pesa agent. What you see here as planes, you have KQ, you have Turkish, you have KLM, you have Qatar, you have whatever it is. Those are the various buses, your Super Metros, your Double M, your City Hopper, your Nini. If one of them is failing, if one of them is a loser, is a sinker, you don't come and say that now the whole station has a problem. ADANI is not taking over one of those things. He's not trying to revive KQ. What he's trying to do is take over the entire airport. And that's what we're saying. It will not happen. We will not allow it. And ikibidi, we will bring 1,000 youth. We will book flights. Tuseme sisi tunataka kutoka JKIA, nataka tusafiri kwenda Kisumu. Na ikifika wakati wa kupanda ndege, hatutapanda ndege. We will sit down at the runway. Watukanyage wote basi. The man will not do business in this country. If you are a corrupt person, if you have been declared a persona non grata, you will not do business in this country. It cannot happen. It will not happen.
I've heard you dismiss issues about Pasaris not knowing. Does it mean that our Kenyan MPs don't know what is happening?
Atajuaje. See how she's in transit. Yeah, anafikiria what we are doing is an inconvenience. We are just inconveniencing her travel. So that's what she thinks.
MPs?
Other MPs, what have they said?
We have seen the senator from Mombasa was also around. And he said that there need to be a clear picture of what is going on. Everything has to be brought out.
But if we had not done this, if Nelson Amenya had not unearthed this ADANI scandal, would they be talking about ADANI? Would you have known about ADANI if Nelson had not unearthed those files? So these stupid people should not come up here and lie to us that they are interested in our welfare. If anything, they are politicians. When a politician says this is not happening, then you go exactly there. Akisema hayuko hapa, hapo ndio unaangalia kwa sababu that is exactly where they are. So we will not allow it. We will not allow it at all.
The first person perhaps who brought this up in a big way was Senator Okisi.
Onyonka?
Yes.
No, in a big way it was Nelson Amenya. Yes.
I mean, what can you say about
Congratulations, Nelson, because this is citizen policing and you've done such a great job. Also, we cannot credit politicians for work that citizens have been doing. Yes, it was brought up by a citizen. It was a young man called Nelson Amenya who we don't celebrate enough. Because right now we have the facts and the figures around this ADANI occupation of this airport because Nelson sat down and read through the figures. It's why we are occupying. It's how we know that this airport is going. And we will not allow it. We will not allow it at all.
Right now we have seen, especially there is a group of passengers. For example, there is a guy who was taking her mother to Cairo. By now he's supposed to be in Cairo, but she's there. What do you think about now, what's happening to the passengers?
What is happening to the country? What is now happening to the country? Because the country will lose the airport for 30 years. Unless the mother was absolutely sick and they're going to Cairo, then if they're sick, these same people who are saying that this is not a takeover, let them provide a special flight for them. This is the government's fault. If they were not trying to sell this airport, the flights will not be grounded. Right now, the flights are grounded because the government does not care. It is not about us. It's not about the people who are slowing the services. It's not about the Kenya Airport Authorities staff. The staff here have every right to reject. They have every right to protest this illegal occupation. So this is not, let us not try and look for sympathy. They should approach the government. Those questions, let them ask the Kenyan government. As the people, as the sovereign power, we have said, ADANI will not take over this airport. He will not do business in this airport as long as we are the custodians of power which we have donated. It will not happen. So whether or not, we see even right now there's an ambulance here that's bringing probably a sick person who needs to be flown out of the country. The government, if we had a working government, this should not be a person who should be grounded on the floor. This is not upon us. This is upon the government. It's not a citizen problem. It's not a citizen issue. At all. This is not a citizen issue. This is a poor governance issue. It's proper proof that we have poor governance in our country.
So do you expect anything good to come out of the meeting which they have gone with the go-to secretary?
Kuna meeting hapa. Anything good, si wataambiwa tu watajaribu ku blind them with money. But remember, this airport does not belong to their staff. This airport belongs to Kenya. This airport does not belong to KAA staff. So if they think that they will be bribed to silence, we will now come as ourselves. Hakuna, and even from here, if they don't take care.
So far, do you appreciate the fact that KAA have taken into their consideration that the airport is going and they have decided to stand with the Kenyans?
I don't care about their consideration. The people who I want to really commend are the staff members of KAA. Good job for rejecting this, for listening to Kenyans and ensuring that we stand up for our rights. As management, hakuna kitu hapo. Sijui CSs or whatever. Yes. Yes, it is the staff. The staff, we greatly applaud them. We greatly applaud the staff of KAA. Hiyo ingine ni propaganda tu.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, guys. Kila week, and then now we will marshal people. Then we say, you 100 go this direction, 100 this direction, 100 that direction. We will find those children on our own.
The fixer is saying, why did the school, or why has the school never offered or given an official statement until today?
Why? That's what we're saying. But also, remember, there's a child who was running around for cross-country. The parent had said, don't let this child run. And they died while running. They insisted and the child died while running. Then, the best that these people can do, even the school, it was so shameful because the child had soiled himself. The school goes and washes their uniform and refuses the parents to come into the school. So we are sitting down, and now what we are going to do is now ensure, because schools think they can be used as morgues for children. Schools think that they can be used as storage facilities for the dead children, for children who have been killed in this country, and now they want to store them in schools. Schools want to act as cold rooms, hot rooms, where children want to chomwa kama mishkaki. Then now we are turning our eyes on schools. And there are enough Kenyans. So ukiona kwamba I have turned on to schools, you keep on doing what we were doing on this other side. If you think that you have a better plan, you occupy that and you drive that agenda very clearly.
Willie Chilabasi is saying justice for our kids' school should be
Absolutely.
indefinite.
Absolutely. Flying flags half-mast is not enough. Flying flags half-mast is what happens.
So today marks the last
The
day.
last day. You flying a flag half-mast is what happens to corrupt politicians when they die. We don't care. Yes, when these stupid old men die after plundering the future of our country and our past, that's when you fly flags half-mast. If children die, if 21 children die and 70 go missing in schools, no school should be open. It should cause a national crisis. And the problem with this government is it does not listen. It does not listen, and they think that because we are no longer on the streets, that we are not working. We are working. It is brewing. This is a volcano. This is an active volcano that they are playing around with. So we will see. If the government refuses to close those schools, we will ensure we facilitate it. It will happen.
Which way, Kasmuel?
This way. This particular way. And we go on and we occupy, and once we are done occupying, we take our votes. If we do not get a bullet revolution, if we, by God's grace, do not get a chance to fly our flags half-mast again on behalf of the government, then we have a ballot revolution. We will have a coup that is driven by the ballot. We'll go there and we'll vote this and die a system out. Hii system ya majambazi, wakora, wachawi, people who are using our children as rituals. Because what else? What other reason? So you want to tell me they did not do fire drills? The country has been doing fire drills all through the years. Then suddenly children can die. Children can get burnt like bedbugs. We will start an operation in Russia. If they continue joking, we will start an operation in Russia. And we will work with the entire community there to find out what's happening. And we will ask from Muko sub-chief going all the way up to that presidency. We want answers at every level. Na ukicheza tutafunga macho tu kitoka hapa kuoccupy hapa. We ensure our next stop is in Nyeri. That's what we're talking about. If they don't produce them, we will have to go and organize a search mission specifically for those children. Because we've shown we are willing to yield our money, we are willing to yield our time and our skills. We will divide ourselves in groups of 100. So you go north, you go east, you go west, you go northwest, all compass directions, and ensure we find our siblings. Because you killed our parents, you killed us 2 months ago, and now you're burning our children. That's what's happening. Our children are burning. That is a child. I need you to imagine that is an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old must have died, a 10-year-old. That is your baby. You don't even call them your sibling, you call them my baby. And those are the kind of people who are dying.
Why do you think the government has to answer about the children who died in a private institution?
Because it is the school system. A private institution is a school just like any other. And if that private institution thinks that people can die and they don't have to answer, we will close that school. I want to make it very clear, we will close that school. We will ensure it is a school that is closed. And if you think you can ban children and you think your buildings will stay open, these are children, these are people's children you've burnt. And you think your buildings are going to stay, you think your buildings will survive. If you can ban children, then your buildings can burn as well. If you can ban children, then your cars can burn as well. If you can ban children, then those stupid little books that you keep in those schools can burn as well. If you can ban children, then your land can burn as well. Let them know that they're joking with the future of this country.
So there's this controversy about the kid who rescued others, but he's still missing. What's your point on that?
Why does a child have to rescue others? Why is it the responsibility of a child to rescue children from a fire? Kwani Wakenya tumefika wapi? Why is this a discussion we are having? Why do we still need to discuss that a child who was in a fire? You have ever seen your friend burning? Wewe umeona mwizi akichomwa? Wakati mwizi anaekelewa taya, kila mtu anamhurumia. These are children who did nothing. Their only mistake was to go to sleep at the right time. And now we are debating whether a child needs to be... By now, Nyeri should not even be operational. No business should be happening in Nyeri. We need to have the children. We need to ensure a proper state send-off, complete with the 21-gun salute. And ensure those people are jailed instantly. From the board of directors, kwenda chini, because why do they run a school without fire? So nobody listened, nobody heard. Not the watchman, not the teacher on duty, not the matron, not the head teacher. The board of directors has not come out. And you know, what people usually say is, let's keep quiet, Kenyans are going to forget. Yes, so now they're trying to distract us because we are here at the airport, they think we've forgotten. It's not gonna happen, not gonna happen at all. We will occupy all of it. And if they keep on joking, we are monitoring this Endarasha situation very, very critically. If these people keep joking with our children, they're going to have it very rough. This will be the last year they have an educational center. Mark my words. If they think they can ban people's children and silence them, if they think they can ban people's children and not give them justice, this is the last year they're going to run a school. This is the last year they're going to run an institution. They're running a crematorium. They're running a place where children go to be cremated. There's no school called Endarasha. That is the same service that happens Pale Karioko. That's where you go to burn, not even dead people, living people. If children can burn, what makes you think that if I go there I will not be killed? If sleeping children can burn, kama mtoto aliyelala anaweza chomeka kwa usingizi wake, unafikiria mimi nikienda huko accountability sitachomeka? Because you are safe in your home, because you are safe in your office, you think this is normal. It's normal because you don't know those children's names. But the death of even one child, and all the state does is fly these stupid things at half-mast. We have to be angry enough as Kenyans. And we are not. We are absolutely not angry enough. We are not angry enough.
Maybe I get you all from Russia. Perhaps someone should be asking, why is Kasmuel in the airport?
Because, again, I've answered this question multiple times. Because this thing is a station that we will not allow ADANI to do business in. ADANI is not going to work in this airport because ADANI is a corrupt man. They cannot do business in their home country in India, but they can come and dump their money here. The Australian government declared them persona non grata, but they can come and dump their millions here. And if it is true, the allegation that They've pumped in 2 billion and the person on top is skimming half of the proceeds of that deal. It is time now we start treating these people the way we treat people with mob justice. The way wale petty theft people are chomwad at the roadside. These are the things which these people are trying to wish upon themselves. And let them not think we've forgotten. You cannot just plunder, loot the future and the present of this country and think you will get away with it. You cannot get away with it. So anyone who's watching on this platform, who's wondering what I'm doing at the airport, again, I came in a different outfit. People were asking, oh, how did this man come in here? I came in a different outfit. I came in a stupid looking car. Kama tu kajama amekuja kubeba mtu, and then now you change later. And that's what we're doing. There are a lot of my friends who are just sleeper agents here. And we are monitoring. Ikifika wakati, also we are monitoring. Also, the people who are frustrated about not flying, those are the people who we will use to protest here. So what was he? Let people not think that we are fools. Anything that requires and demands the accountability of Kenyans, we will be there no matter what. We will be there. And that's why we're here. We're here to ensure this man does not do his silly dealings and undertakings here in our airport. We want them, and the Kenyans, we will not pay. If you're watching this, usijaribu kulipa, tusikubali kulipa deni ambayo hatukuchukua. So if a person comes, alafu aoshwe, let them deal with that person. The same thing we are telling with these international Bretton Woods institutions. Kama IMF imepatia mtu pesa, na tulisema usipatie huyu mfisadi pesa. Kama if you ended up giving them money, you deal with them. We will not pay. That's what we are saying.
What information do you have that we don't have about JKIA?
Oh, all the information that's brought us here is because this is a corrupt dealing. We know that they've pumped 1.8 billion in here. It's taking 1.3 billion to make a new airport in Rwanda. What is this? What is this renovation that takes 1.8 billion? They go make a prototype. We've said the prototype, they should build it in the Indian Ocean. It cannot be here. It will not be here. Waende wajenge hiyo kitu huko, watuonyeshe it works. Huko kwa ocean huko, wa reclaim land huko ndani. Then watuonyeshe ndio hii hapa blueprint, and then now we will say Gasia.
Nimeenda hapa kwa kale kaofisi hapa nje, before nikuja hapo nilikuwa ninasikia hapo wameambiana ndani tu hakuhakikisha ni message ni hapo na timu iko na leo ni jaji la terere